Hi, this is Sharonda Smith with Enrichology Tutoring, bringing you a quick video over a topic I love, dimensional analysis. Why do I love it? Because you use it all the time in science, physics, chemistry. So when it comes to conversion factors, those are nifty little tools that we can use to do what is called dimensional analysis. Those are all fancy words for something that's quite simple. We know in 12 inches, yo, 12 inches is 1 foot. Those two are related. And we can use that relationship to create a fraction of the same quantities in different units, and they can be switched around to create a tool. These tools or conversion factors can be used to convert from one unit to another. So during this video, I'm going to walk through a couple of problems of using dimensional analysis and point out some common missteps that students make. This first problem, convert 50 miles per hour to meters per second. So I have 50 miles per hour. That per, of course, means I'm doing division. So I can write this as a fraction. And I have 50 miles per hour. I need to think about the relationship between hours and seconds. So I know for every 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. And then I can go for every 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. You may notice that these units are color coded, and you'll notice they're what's the word I'm looking for? They're diagonal from one another. It's basically like I'm dividing hours by hour, and these cancel out. The units cancel out, but I'm leaving that number alone. Don't cancel out the number. Once I've canceled out hours, my answer would be in miles per minute. But that's not what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to seconds. So I'm going to use the relationship between minutes and seconds. I know for every 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. So I have minutes down here. In order to cancel it out, I'm going to put minutes up here. I'm going to put my conversion factor for minutes at the top. That means that minutes will be divided by minutes and the unit cancels out, but I do nothing to that number. Leave it alone. And then I have 60 seconds at the bottom. So when I work this problem, I multiply all of my numerators and I get 50. And then I multiply my denominators and I get 3,600. I divide the two and I get 0.0139 miles per second. First common mistake with these problems. I'm not trying to get to miles per second. I'm trying to get to meters per second. I never canceled out miles to get to meters. That's the problem. And that's a common mistake learners make. Let me show you the correct way. And I have rewritten what I had up there because, of course, that's what's good. It just didn't go the extra mile or the the extra meter, maybe. We have hours, 50 miles per hour. If you have a unit in the numerator and a unit in the denominator, they divide and they cancel out because they equal 1. I have minutes and minutes. This cancels out. I do not mark through the numbers because the numbers are not canceled out, just the units. And this is letting us know that we're setting up the problem correctly so that when we get to the end, we have the proper units that we're trying to get to and they're in the proper place. Right now, we're in miles per second because we want our answer, though, to be in some kind of distance over time. We want seconds down here. That's perfect. But up here, I want meters. I need to get to meters, and I need to use the unit conversion for it. For every 1 mile, I'm going to put it up here. Why? Because down here, I'm going to put 1 mile, and then that means miles is here, miles is here. These two things will end up canceling out, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm going to put my 1,609. That is the unit we've been trying to get to. Now, when I look at this, I have meters or miles at the top, miles at the bottom. Miles divided by miles cancels out because it's 1. When I get my answer, I will have it in meters per second. To get my final answer, I take all of my numbers in the numerator and I multiply them going straight across. Well, I have that top number, and then I do the same thing for the denominator. I multiply them going straight across, and I get my number for the denominator. I take these two numbers and I divide them, and I end up with 22.347, somewhere around that to 3.5. And this is actually over 1, but hey. And our unit is in our final answer of meters per second. Now, since this is such a weird way to write it, but I just wanted you to see that when you divide these, this is technically a fraction. It's 22.35 meters every 1 second. I'm going to rewrite it. It's 22.35 meters per second. That's our final answer for this one. This is my last mistake that I'm going to go over. This one, I'm going to convert 100 centimeters squared to meters squared. Oftentimes, the students will set it up. 100 centimeters squared will be up top. And then we have to look at the relationship between a centimeter and a meter. A meter being the base unit. There are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. And so they'll write that. That squared is important, and I'll come back to that in a moment. And so they end up with one is equal to 1 meter squared. There's a problem here. This is 100 centimeters squared. We're talking about a area of 100 centimeters squared. Oh, this 100 is also squared. So you are not supposed to divide by 100. You're actually going to divide by 10,000. And that is a common mistake that I see students make because they know 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. But it's not just 1 meter, y'all. We're talking about 1 meter squared is equal to 10,000 centimeters. Let me show you the right way. I've set up this correctly now. I have 100 centimeters squared, and I'm trying to figure out, I want to convert 100 centimeters squared to meter squared. What I need to do is, I know for every 1 meter, there's 100 centimeters. So I take that 100 centimeters and I square it, and it's equal to 10,000. And I have 1 meter squared at the top. Now I'm going to take those and multiply everything going straight across. I try to get into the habit of just multiplying the numerator straight across, then multiplying the denominator straight across, because when you get to more complex problems, you may miss things if you're just dividing and multiplying haphazardly. Have a system, have a method. So I'm going to do 100, and I'm going to divide it by 10,000. When I divide my 100 by 10,000, I get 0.01 meters squared. That's my video going over dimensional analysis and some very common mistakes learners make when they're working on dimensional analysis problems. And the last one being that they don't square the number when they're working with a squared unit. And then the first problem being that when they're converting and they have 2 units, miles needs to be converted to meters, hour needs to be converted to seconds. It's a 2-parter. But if you like this video and you found it helpful, like, share it, comment. That gives me feedback. But other than that, y'all have an awesome or blessed day. Peace out.